let's dive into step one, which is to learn how to rewrite your past stories so that you change how you experience them. We're going to turn your traumatic events from the past into assets and stories of empowerment so that you move forward without having the pain attached to them. So this moment that I discovered this in my reality was quite literally a profoundly life-changing moment. And it was a very, very simple moment in my day. I was turning 30 and I simply realized that I was living my life and feeling pain from events that had happened like 10, 15 years before that date. And quite literally, I was furious. I was angry. I was just super frustrated, honestly. I thought it was pretty ridiculous. I thought, how and why am I letting something that happened so many years ago affect me today? And I had enough. So I decided that it was time to change it. And what I did was change how I looked at those experiences in my life. Because the truth is, we are not our experiences. I'm going to say it again because it's something we have to remind ourselves like every day. We are not our experiences. You get to choose how your experiences define you. And you're probably going to have to continue to choose every moment of every single day what your experiences mean to you and to choose an empowering story for yourself. And it's not easy. If it is easy, tell me how you made it easy, because I'm not going to lie. It's been a hard process for me, and it's one that I work at every single day. So what I want you to do is use the worksheet that I've included to rewrite your story. And first, what we're going to have you do is write your story as it currently is in your memory and as you currently experience it. So I want you to write how this event, this traumatic event and experience from your past is currently affecting you today. I want you to write down everything that you think, believe, and feel about that experience. And this is something private, so empty your heart out and share absolutely everything. It's really important to get it out, and it's really, really important that you honor your feelings around all of this. Because that's the first step, is to truly honor ourselves and honor our experience. We have to do that before we can move past it. As you've probably heard, you have to feel it to heal it. So don't gloss over, empty your heart out, and pour it onto this page. So that second thing that we're going to do is something similar to an old Japanese pottery craft called, I have to look at the word, I think it's called kintsugi. I didn't want to pronounce that wrong. Kintsugi. So what that means is they used to take pottery, and when it broke, they would repair the cracks in the pottery with gold. And so the once broken piece became an object of even greater beauty. So the second step that we're going to do together is to literally repair these broken places inside yourself. These places where you've been cracked wide open, and we're going to put gold in them. We're going to make them beautiful, and we're going to make them valuable, and we're going to give this experience kind of a makeover. We're not going to gloss it over. We're going to honor what you went through, and also we're going to turn that experience into something that makes you the hero and that makes you empowered and makes you better for having gone through it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything happens for a reason. That may have some truth to it, but we all know that if we could make these choices, we probably would choose not to put ourselves in these situations or have had to experience that. So I think it's also important that we honor within ourselves that if we were going to order these things off the menu, let's face it, we probably wouldn't, right? I know I wouldn't have ordered a lot of things that I've lived through off of the menu at all. I would have said, take it back, I don't want it. But the reality is we did live through these experiences. So you're gonna write a new story, and you're going to look at your old story, and you're gonna change it, and you're gonna change your story into you being the hero, and you're going to write down everything you learned from the story. So for example, some things that I learned from being in a physically abusive relationship, some beliefs that I developed, let's say, was that, these are quite literally thoughts that were in my head, was that I was a worthless piece of shit, that I deserved it, that I was stupid, and that I was completely unlovable. So that doesn't feel very good, right? So this is what I carried with me for a really long time. And I developed this belief that I couldn't trust anyone and that I had to protect myself and that everybody was going to hurt me. So what I did instead was to look at this story, and I did exactly what I told you. I wrote down everything that I thought and felt about it. And then I wrote the new story. And I chose to carry with me the beliefs that were empowering. So my beliefs transformed to things like, I learned the value of discernment. I gained valuable insight into human behavior. That experience gave me a great deal of compassion and humility and the capability to hold a great amount of space for other people going through pain. Those are some of the new beliefs that I chose to carry on. Those are some of the things that I decided that experience gave me, and that's what it meant to me. And no longer was I going to allow those old beliefs that were destructive and painful to be my reality. So I wrote myself a new reality, and that's what we're going to have you do as well. So the second half is to write down every single thing that you actually gained from that experience. How are you new and improved today? How are you stronger? Where did you grow? What beauty came into your being from having lived through that experience? So this is your time that you get to choose what that experience meant to you, and you get to rewrite your story from one of trauma into one of triumph. So if you can, have fun with this process. I know it's not easy, but you get to shine now. And so I hope that you enjoy that. So just click on the worksheet that I've included, and you can download it and fill it out and use it as a guide.